This is Robert Sarmiento. Here's a short narrative on a recent conversation I had with a client. He goes, "It's amazing how these prices are still holding up in the primer villages of Forbes Park, Dasmariñas Village, Bel Air, the Ordoneta Village, San Lorenzo, Magallanes, Ayala Labang, and other prime areas in San Juan Green Hills, Corinthian Gardens, and other areas. And I'm actually surprised how some have even gone up. That's my investor giving that note to me. In my reply, I go, yes, the prime properties are really holding. There were very few deals done in Makati villages, such as Forbes, Dasmariñas, Bel Air, 25% of which were pre pandemic negotiations. 25% were good deals at 15 to 20% off the market, and 50% of those were at current market values. My take is obviously there's less leveraged individuals or companies. The economy is much better than it was then. However, the bank's non-performing loans are getting higher and expect some foreclosures within the year. And most likely, more next year unless the economy picks up. Historically, it also took 2 years, from 1997 to 1999, for the market to crash during the Asian financial crisis. But I really believe we don't have the same scenario this time. Yet, it's election next year, so that just might change things around. And that will definitely help perk up the economy too. The pandemic has brought about a buying sentiment the most, as what we're experiencing now is once in a lifetime event. However, most investor buyers are looking to buy at pandemic price, which isn't really happening. And of course, until we really control this current pandemic, cash is king. Major activity of bigger firms for 2020 have been to renegotiate current leases and has been a tedious activity, stressful for all parties involved. The condominiums, I would say, was the hardest hit, as many have decided to look to move into single detached houses or townhouses to avoid protocols required by condominiums, not factoring the POGO industry, which have mostly left the country. We have also current expats who have not come back due to the lockdown. Over the past year, we've been moving properties outside Metro Manila, where the outskirts have been the option of most. Locations such as Antipolo, Tanay, Muntinlupa, Las Piñas, Binangonan, to name a few, have been favored options, and property values have also appreciated. There's much liquidity as people have also been buying lots outside of Metro Manila, pre-selling projects of developers, beach properties, and somehow new businesses have sprung up adapting to changes due to the pandemic. Leasing of commercial spaces wherein restaurants or online deliveries, warehouse, particularly for online deliveries and logistics, have been very active as well. Recently, office space inquiries and the BPO sector has also started coming in. The shift to a digital economy is seen as a must, and we've seen this as early as 5 years ago. Remembering having a client looking for a site then to set up a fintech company. What was fintech? That term was new to me then. The government has to open up the economy in order for the Philippines to at least come at par with our closest comparables, Vietnam, who has already overtaken the Philippines with regards to their foreign direct investments. Rising economy due to attractive government incentives for investors and also handling this COVID pandemic at a much better level than the Philippines. I believe that when and if the government changes its economic incentives, address corruption in the government, and straighten their act on addressing this COVID pandemic, particularly handling the rollout of the much needed vaccines, the Philippines will rise again, much than ever, much better than ever before. So, with that, may God bless the Philippines, guide the politicians running for the government, and for the Filipinos to be more disciplined, rid ourselves of crab mentality, and become nationalistic. These photos I've shown is basically tourism. This is where the growth of tourism will be as it as tourism is a very promising industry that we're looking forward to. Have a great day.